Hello, Sylvia here, nutrition and fasting coach. Thank you for joining me live today. I am very excited to share this information today because it's very good stuff. So how a fasting lifestyle can affect inflammation and pain. And I came across this new study. It's a study from February 2024, so fairly new. And it is addressing, they were starting to question how 3 meals a day with a Western diet, how this affects our health. So to this, the effect of fasting on inflammation and pain, there are three aspects of it I'm going to address here today. And the number one has to do with this new study that came out. So they were, they had a group of people, they fed them a meal with 500 calories. Then they put them on a 24-hour fast. And at the end of the fast, they fed them the same exact meal. And they were measuring their blood. And what they were looking for was something called arachidonic acid. And this is known to inhibit inflammation. And they found that fasting increased this arachidonic acid in the blood. So I'm going to explain a little bit what this does. So the arachidonic acid, what it does, it's turning down the activity from a protein structure called NLRP3. That's a protein that triggers inflammation in the body. When you're experiencing stress, your body's going to send out this protein that's going to boost inflammation. And this is to help you recover from the stress. Like if you're injured, anything like that, you need this extra inflammation to help recover. But we don't need this extra inflammation to just increase our chronic stress. So that's what's happening. And that's how it's reducing this stress, reducing the inflammation. And I'm going to compare it with if taking something as an aspirin. So if you're taking an aspirin for your pain, what's happening in your body is that aspirin prevents the breakdown of arachidonic acid. And by preventing the breakdown of it, it is going to accumulate in your blood. And so it gives you the same result as fasting does. By preventing the breakdown, it builds up in your blood compared to fasting, which increases it. So both lowers inflammation, but then you come, the differences into doing something naturally through a fasting lifestyle than to using drugs, even though aspirin is something quite common drug and often doesn't give much side effects. There are common side effects linked to aspirin, like gastrointestinal issues, upset stomach, nausea, heartburn are common. Bleeding and bruising, ringing in the ears, drowsiness, and fatigue, that are some of the common symptoms of taking aspirin. Then there is also serious side effects, risks, like stomach bleeding, ulcers, allergic reactions, something called Ray's syndrome, as a swelling of the liver and the brain, kidney problems, hemophilia or bleeding disorders, all symptoms that could be a risk by taking aspirin. So that's the one side of number one thing about a fasting lifestyle that really helps with inflammation and pain. The second part of this picture is autophagy. So if you have followed me at all, you know that I love everything about autophagy. It is your body's recycling and taking out the garbage function. It's protecting you against disease, preventing accumulating toxic substances in your body, and promote cell survival under stress. So it's basically, what it means is, it's a Greek word, and it means self-eating, where your body is taking damaged cells and uses them to, and breaks them down and uses them to repair and heal your body. So having a not so optimal autophagy can cause risks for disease. Diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ALS, and even cancers. But how to boost autophagy? So it's something that naturally is happening in your body. But fasting is the #1 thing to boost autophagy. When you're fasting at around 17 hours, when you start to see an increase in autophagy, and it will then peak at around 72 hours. So the best way to boost your autophagy, when we are in a fed state, your body is building. It's taking nutrients from the food you eat and build your body. When you're fasting, your body goes within to heal and repair with what it has. And it has the capability of doing that. The second thing that can boost autophagy is a ketogenic diet has shown that it can boost autophagy. Probiotics have actually shown to have some abilities to help boost autophagy. And I don't know the science behind it, but that could be linked to your gut microbiome. Some plant foods as well has shown some positive ways to support autophagy. Another one that's confirmed that will support autophagy is exercise. So get the exercise in. Then we have some heat and cold therapies that can help, like sauna, hot bath, or cold plunges. It's become quite popular in certain areas. That can also boost autophagy. And then there's a couple of supplements that has shown some possibilities, and that's resveratrol and also curcumin has shown some possibilities to help with autophagy. So the third part of this picture is the ketones. So I'm talking about ketones from a fasted ketosis, where your ketones, they have shown to block the same NLRP3 proteins that I talked about earlier for the arachidonic acid. So the ketones block those proteins. Ketones are also able to cross the blood-brain barrier and will help reduce inflammation in your brain. Also shown to reduce inflammation markers like TNF-A and IL-6, and can change immune function when shifting away from being fueled by glucose. So it's less pro-inflammatory activities. And then the last thing is activating CTBP, which suppresses inflammatory genes. So a lot of benefits from ketones alone right there. So that's my 3 big ones that proves how a fasting lifestyle can help with inflammation and pain. So combining fasting benefits with the benefits from being in a fasted ketosis, it's like taking some powerful anti-inflammatory drug. And if you then add dietary changes that also promote lower inflammation, then you're gonna really start to feel the difference. So this is what I teach in my programs. My client Jenny, she came to me with debilitating back pain. She couldn't do her regular job anymore. She changed her career just because she couldn't do her physical job anymore. She couldn't work out. She couldn't work in her garden, all because of her back pain. And after working together, she is back working full time. She's working out. She's riding her bike for over an hour. And trust me, her garden looks beautiful. I have seen the pictures. So just amazing what this lifestyle does. So if you are experiencing pain, or if you want to learn more about this, send me a DM. I'll be happy to chat with you. But if you are a pro in the fasting lifestyle and you've seen yourself benefits from fasting, where you have reduced inflammation or reduced pain, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. Put a comment below and share your experience. I would love to hear it. That's all for today. I'll see you guys next time.